Hi guys, it's Maria with the Easy Pantry, and today we're going to be cooking a little paleo chicken cacciatore. We're going to have a one-pot meal, so grab your nice big saucepan, knife and cutting board, stirring spoon, can opener, your compost bowl as always, and have out your olive oil, your pepper, and your salt. Now get all your products all out and ready from your Easy Pantry bag, and grab a plate and throw a few paper towels on it, or just a plain plate. You don't really have to have the paper towels. Let's get started. We're going to turn on our pan to a nice medium-high heat and do it once around with olive oil. Let that heat up. In the meantime, let's get our chicken ready. We're going to pop it in there and sear it, but we're going to want to season it just a little bit first. Let's open this chicken. It's organic chicken, no added hormones, nothing. Unnatural. And instead of getting cutting board dirty, we're going to work with it right in the package it came in. Let's grab a little salt. Give it a nice sprinkle over the top. A little more. Do the same thing with the pepper. Give it a nice little run across. There. All right, now I'm going to use this hand and get it dirty. I'm going to flip the chicken over. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. All right, see if I can pull that out. There we go. All right, now with my clean hand, a little salt over top of that side, and pepper. All right, now our pan is over nice high heat. It's going to be heating up really fast. That olive oil is going to get really nice and smooth. All right, I'm going to spread it around. A little awkward with my clean hand, but it works. All right, now I'm going to pop the chicken right in there. In it goes. It's immediately going to start sizzling and cooking. That's what we want it to do. We're going to get it a little bit brown. Adds a lot of flavor to a dish when the chicken is a little bit brown. All right, I'm going to wipe up my hands. And then we're going to let it brown and we're going to turn it over. All right, in the meantime, while our chicken is doing its nice little cooking thing there, let's get our onion ready for the next step. Cut off the top and bottom of your onion. I'm going to do a little score down the side. All right. I'm going to throw that in the compost bowl. I'm going to cut my onion in half. Whoops. And that's it. Now I want to cut the onion so that it has a lot of character and texture in this dish. I'm just going to do it into nice half rounds here. That will add a lot of texture and variety. Do the same thing with the other half. Alright, now the recipe calls for one onion. My onions are a little small, so I'm going to go ahead and add in a second one to make it the equivalent of one nice large onion. I'm going to pop off the bottom and the top, give it a score down the side, and open that up. All right, nice. Now, I'm going to do the same thing. Cut it in half, do nice half slices here. There we go. All right, now it's time to turn our chicken. So what I'm going to do, get in there with my spatula, scrape it off and turn it right over. Now we're not completely cooking it right now. All we're doing is getting it a little bit brown. All right, scrape it off and flip it right over. All right. Now while that's cooking, our onions are all done. Push them to the side. You can chop up your garlic. We're going to smash, oops, got a little onion there. Smash your garlic clove with the side of your knife. That loosens that peel. You can peel it right off. There you go. Do the same thing with the other two cloves. A little crunch. Then we can peel that right off. All right, let's give that a little dice. cutting it lengthwise into strips. And then I'm going to cut it and dice it up finely. When I dice it finely, it gives it the opportunity to spread its flavor throughout the whole dish. I chop so much garlic this way that I think my hands permanently smell like garlic. I don't think I'll ever get that out. Well, I don't mind. All right, here we go. Let's shove that also to the side with the onions. And we can chop up our green pepper. All right, now peppers are fun, but they're full of seeds inside. So we're gonna cut it from head to toe. And here we have it in half. Now see all those seeds in there? In order to get those out, I'm going to cut a little V notch around the stem. And I'm just going to peel that right out in a little bit of the membrane that has some more seed. Now to get the rest of the seed out, I'll just give it a shake over my compost bucket. There we go. Do the same thing with the other half. A little V notch, pull it right out. All right. Now our chicken is sizzling away nicely. I'm going to chop up this green pepper into strips. Nice big strips. And then I'm going to cut those strips in half. Shove them to the side. Do the same thing with the other half. All right. Nice big strips. Cut those in half. All right. Now we are ready to pop our chicken out. Grab it, dig it out. Now it's going to fully cook after we add our veggies to the dish and get them going. We're going to put our chicken back in there with them and let it simmer. But for now, the little bit of browning it did, it's going to add a nice gravy to the whole dish. All right, here we go. Set those aside. I'm going to add a little more olive oil in here. And I'm going to throw in the onions and garlic. We're going to give them a quick saute, not fully cooked, just a quick saute. Give them a run around with the spoon here. Scrape any chicken that's on the bottom off. Let it mix in with the onions and garlic. That brown chicken will add a lot of flavor. All right. There we go. Turning it down to medium-high heat. Let it steam away a little bit there. I'm going to add my spices right away. Give them a good sprinkle on top. And the salt that's in that spice is going to draw out a little of the onion juice. And those spices are going to heat up and mature a little bit. All right, it's nice and hot. I'm going to add the green pepper. In it goes. All right. Give it a good stir around in the pan and saute it for a little bit longer. Give your peppers and onions and garlic a good stir and pop your mushrooms in there right away. We want them to soak up all that flavor as well. All right, in they go. Now that's the thing about mushrooms, they're like sponges. They pick up all that flavor and all that juice. So we're going to get them cooking right in there. But if we overcook them, they lose a lot of their texture and flavor. All right, in they go. Good stir. Let that saute just a little bit more. The spices blend in. See all the texture in that dish with the big green pepper slices and the onion strands and the mushrooms? It's really good. All right, while that's sauteing a bit, let's open our cans of tomato sauce and diced tomatoes. Nice bright red, flavorful tomatoes. Now the tomato sauce will add a little thickness to the chicken cacciatore. It will allow the chicken to cook in a little bit of broth. All right, pop that open and open your other tomato sauce can. All right. Set those aside and give your mixture another stir in the pan here. Sauteing really well. Everything's cooking right up. Now the deal about chicken cacciatore is we don't want these vegetables to cook too much because we need to still finish cooking the chicken. So we're gonna let them saute just a bit longer, and then we're gonna add the tomato sauce and the chicken, and we're gonna let it cook over low, medium heat for about 20 minutes to half an hour. You'll be able to test it and know when it's done. But that creates a nice stewed option. In between, while it's cooking, you can go and do a few other things. You'll be good to go when you come back. All right, that's nicely sauteed. Let's add in our diced tomatoes. All right, and our tomato sauce. All right, give that a good stir. It's gonna heat up right away. All those beautiful colors. All right, now that's heating up. Let's grab our pan of chicken. We're gonna pop that right back in there. And what we wanna do is tuck it in there with the vegetables and sauce. We don't want it just sitting on top. We're gonna tuck it way in there. Do that for all of the chicken. All right. Nice. A little bit more here. One more piece in the middle. Let's grab that. In it goes. Right, this is the magic of a dish. It will all cook together and all those flavors will blend, and you don't have to be there for the whole time. All right, now I'm going to turn it down to a nice medium-low heat. I'm going to pop the lid on and let it cook for that 20, 30 minutes, probably more like 30 minutes, and let it cook until it's done. You want a nice simmer going though, so if you need to turn it up a little bit, come back and check on it and turn it up. Before we get ready and do something else, let's chop up our parsley so we're ready to serve this dish. Grab your bunch of parsley and just give it a nice little dice. Just adds a lot of color and a little flavor to the final dish. Nice little chop. All right, now you're good to go. You got about 30 minutes to hang out and wait for your chicken cacciatore to be all ready. All right, our chicken cacciatore is all done. It's been simmering for about 30 minutes. Let's pop it out and serve it. All right, let's get a nice piece of chicken here. Serve that onto your plate and add a bunch of those veggies and mushrooms. They've stewed all together. They're delicious. All right, let's top it off with a little parsley. Well, let's enjoy some chicken cacciatore.